Sam from Road Trail Run here. Want to give you my first run impressions and all the details on the Altra Running Duo 1.5. It is certainly a maximally cushioned shoe with a 33 millimeter stack front and back, as it is a zero drop shoe, as all Altras are. The women's is 31 millimeters front and back. It's a $130 shoe, and it's available now. It's characterized by a lot of cushioning. The midsole is Altra's Max LT cushioning, which I find to be a very smooth, responsive cushion, a bit on the firmer side, but with all that stack, this is certainly a very well cushioned ride. The other Altra shoe with Max LT for the road is the Kayenta, which only has a 23 millimeter stack. With all that stack, Altra somehow has managed to give you lots of flexibility, which I really appreciate in a zero drop shoe. And they do that with Interflex grooves below the midsole, as well as their footpod design outsole, which is definitely highly podular, and it's carved out to save weight. In terms of weight here, we're looking at a weight of approximately 8.6 ounces or 244 grams in a size 9. My sample 8.5 US was 8.4 grams, 240 grams. So it gains a touch of weight over the predecessor. In terms of the upper, the Duo version 1 had a super breathable mesh upper with overlays. One of the things I really liked about it was so breathable. Here, Altra has managed to create an engineered knit upper that is the thinnest I've ever seen. It doesn't appear after my first run to be quite as breathable as version 1. In version 1 we had lots of overlays over the front and towards the rear, TPU overlays. Here we just have some stiffener in the toe box, which is characteristically wide. So you have more stiffener on the medial side, you can see here, but you have a lot of toe box volume. I found the foothold was excellent here up front and through the midfoot, but a bit challenging towards the rear. In the rear, Altra has a very thin heel counter. It reminds a bit of some of the Beacon 2 or even the Salomon Predict RA, with some cushioning pods here on the sides. I think the heel hold is quite good because your foot sits well down into the midsole here. The issue, I think, is these low side panels, but at my true to size, the fit was adequate. Now, in terms of hold, now there's a bit of a challenge. We have a very, very thin engineered knit, I think, tongue with a bit of stiffening bands. There is no padding on this tongue at all. It presents some challenges, and in our full multi-tester review, Jacob Brady and I both felt the same about the tongue. If you tighten it too tight to get a bit more heel hold, you get some light lace bite. If you tighten it loose, you lose a little bit of the heel hold. I found that lacing it kind of in a medium medium tightness seemed to work quite well. I'm next going to try the rear for a heel lock. Now, for such a light shoe with so much cushion, something has to give. And for me, it's still the rear of the upper. Now, in terms of my run in the shoe, my first run, it was about 7.5 miles of rolling terrain. There was even some hard road base in part of it, where I collected quite a few rocks in the sole. That's going to go with the podular design. Generally, it was a progression run, so the faster I went, the better these felt. They really felt good at a slower tempo pace or a bit faster. So and they felt a little low at the heel at slower paces. And for me, that's about 10-minute miles for the slow paces, and I got down to about 9-minute miles or a little faster towards the end. They really felt good as you pick up the pace. This is kind of a tempo shoe. Jacob and I are probably going to agree that it's probably not the ideal race shoe unless you're a zero drop ultra fan. I really didn't notice the zero drop as the pace picked up. Slower pace is a little more, but the cushioning here is very well balanced overall. So those are some initial thoughts. We're going to have our full multi-tester review of the Altra Duo 1.5 maximally cushioned super light shoe coming real soon. So please stay tuned to Road Trail Run and also to our site at roadtrailrun.com. Thank you very much for watching.